Yo, what's up guys, back with another video. Today I am going to be showing you what is the most weakest spot for every boss. You might think it most likely be the head. No, it's never head. So I'm gonna show you every boss's weak spot. They're really like easy, but sometimes they could be like a little hard. Alright, let's see. Alright, so you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's always the head, like the head always does it. But no, so I am going to go in settings, modifiers, invincibility, boom, story, boom, boom. So the reason why I'm doing that is because that way I could actually show you. This is just like a little tutorial on like how some of you guys are like having some trouble on beating this guy on all of them. So so you might think, okay, they're not taking damage. So you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's always the head. But yeah, as you know, it's always the knights that it's always a head for. But
your moment is at an end.
It's always just like the minions. The head is always softer for them. But for this guy, it's always at least gonna be at his head. His head does more. You just guys gotta always back up every like 10 seconds. Not even 10 seconds, every like 5 seconds. See, and I just did a lot of damage from that. Bruh, he took my sword. And the next is gonna be, if you could get it, it's gonna be right there. It's gonna be like his elbow. Though it's kind of hard because he's always swinging that way. So what I would recommend is you hitting his legs, because right there and right there are his weak spots. Whoa. Alright. And as I said, it's always either his elbow, his head, or his legs. Those are just his weak spots, and that is it. Hold on, let's finish this guy really quick. Whoa, give me my sword back. Alright, I want my other sword. I want to see what this one does. I think this one does less damage. I don't know. Oh yeah, it does less damage. Oh, and just so you know guys, like right there between his shoulder pad and his head, like right here, that's another weak spot, just so you know. So that's like 3 weak spots. And yeah, it's always the key. Don't try to avoid them. Always kill them first. Always kill them, then fight this guy. Hate how he tries to heal. Alright, so he's dead. And yeah, I would recommend, if you beat another one, if you beat a boss, then try to use a actual other sword. Alright, so this one is the Javik, however you say his name. Foot. I can't say it. So his is actually kind of weird. So if I could find it, it's either his head. I think it's just all. So it's his arms right there, his head, and his legs right there again. Just though it's that whole part of his arm. It's not his elbows this time. Remember, it's always the key. Like, let's say that you have a power-up sword, then yeah, you're gonna want a sword like this, like the gun sword. If you could be Captain Blackbeard. There's something in my eye and it sucks. Alright. Dude, there's something in my eye. Alright, so it's his head. It's always sometimes his head. You just gotta be careful for his swings, cause he does actually go for quite swings. And just be careful, cause if you're like in front of him, he will spawn minions behind him. So if you're like right in front of him, he will spawn them behind. And that is the one thing I hate. Alright. So, and it's gonna be his legs. So it's his knees and his legs right there. So right there. And alright, here. Oh, where's my other sword? Oh, I didn't spawn it, dang it. Or did I? Oh, I did. That one did nothing. Alright. I think the gun sword should do something. Okay. And I would, for this guy, that always scares me. I wouldn't recommend using the gun sword for this guy, because he has a long sword and this is like such a short sword. Like as I said, try to block his hits and like try to always hit the minions first and pop. I'm going back to my other sword. This one is way better. And remember, it is his arm too. So it's his arm right there, his head, and his leg. Just the most easiest parts. Sometimes right here you can get him stuck, and it'll be easier to kill him. Hello. Oh, he's one tap. Alright, come here. Oh yeah, he's one tap. Dang. So yeah, this guy I would recommend using his weapon for the next boss. The next boss is really hard. Well, he is actually really hard. So this one, if you actually kill that boss, that one that I just beat, I would rather going to your thing. I would rather putting that on along with the frostbite if you actually beat the claws. Claws, he's actually really strong. He could beat up to like 5 people at once. No kidding. So yeah, let's do this. And this guy, he should be like the top 2 hardest, the most hardest bosses to beat. Cause not to lie, so that's his power, and he actually does swing at the legs. See? So key is to always swing at the minions first. The minions are always giving you the powers for your weapon. Alright, just like that. See, in that one, it's a one tap. Only if you just have enough health. So yeah, the first place is his head. Just though his head, it don't do much damage though. See, it don't do much damage. The next is his arm right there, under, just right here on like the same place as the other guy. So right there on his arm. Then his legs, if you could actually hit his legs. Actually, wait, no, it's not his legs, hold on. So yeah, I think you could dag him too, like that. So his whole body right here isn't safe. His whole body right there isn't like good. So yeah, see how that weapon does a lot to him? Sick. And key is always to kill the minions. That was a weird kill. I smacked him 3 times. And this guy actually does suck at his hits. Sometimes he could be frozen for like a good 2 seconds or something. And always the most best place is just to keep on hitting him in the head. Because no matter what, you cannot hit anything else but his head. That's basically the only place you could hit him at. So yeah, that's the best. So yeah, I would recommend using the storm one. Alright, this guy, he is actually pretty easy. So if you do have that storm one still, I would rather using that still. Because this guy is like the most easiest one. Alright, get your swords.
Bow or die.
Alright, this guy does have an ability for this. This is poison. So don't walk in it. It will take away your health. So this guy, he is actually pretty easy. So all he does is just try to go for the body or the legs. No heads whatsoever. See, he only goes for the head or legs. So if he does this one, if he does that one, you got free time to hit him in the head for at least 3 seconds. And this guy does not lift his sword. Oh dang it, my controller's dying. So yeah, when your thing charges up, just use that. And he is really weak. His stuff isn't that strong. So yeah, you will. For all his powers, he doesn't lift his sword up until like 2 seconds. So you got time to shine.
Bow or die.
So yeah. So yeah, see that? I beat this guy less than 30 minutes actually. Not even 30 minutes. I beat him less than 10 minutes because I beat him with the sword. Too fast. Yeah, see, he's really weak. So that the head is one place, the arm, and his legs again. So basically, and he does have that sword, the poison sword. So that's what the circles are. So you could hit him in the arm right there, the legs, and the head. So basically the same place. Alright. I thought they were going to be a little hard. Alright, now we'll move on to that one after. So these two I'll move on after this one. So this guy, the same sword is just it's just gonna have to do.
My people should have
Alright.
taken
Then his most weak spot is his arm, right there. I think his head. Yep, his head and his body. Alright, I'm gonna use this sword. That way it's a little easier. Oh and yeah, he actually does charges up like that. So careful, because if he does charge up like that, his health actually, his strength actually goes up, and he will hit you for 100. I know how, because he actually has killed me with it. And he actually does have the same sword as me right now. And he doesn't use his powers on it. He doesn't use it, I swear. I'm telling you this because he never does it. He never does it because he thinks he's the actual king. And remember, the body armor in the middle, it does whatsoever little damage. So don't worry about that. So I would recommend just worrying about either the legs, either the arms, or the head. That's the most best place to kill him at. Alright, I just need to kill this guy. Alright. So remember, head, watch. When he does a move, that move, or this move right here, or that move, you got at least 3 seconds to hit him. And I would recommend having a shield while doing this guy, because he does have powerful hits, and he actually does go for the body and the legs. See? And boom, with his sword, he gains his power to do that. So I'm telling you guys, he doesn't use the powers that I'm telling you guys, he doesn't use this power. Watch. So watch. I'm telling you, he doesn't use that power right there. All he does, he gains the power from that sword that he actually gets. Then he just uses it for that. Can I have my sword? But though, and it's not the top of the head. It's not the top of the head. You have to hit him between his right here or his arm right there, and that's it. That's his weak spot. And I think it's his. I think it's also his legs. So yeah, it's not his legs. You could poke him, but that don't do much. So yeah, it is his arms between his shoulder and his hands, and his and between his helmet and his shoulder pads. Or you could hit him in the shoulders, but though, as I repeat, that don't do anything. Do you want me to do that too? Oh. And yeah, he will lose his power. And then boom, that's how you kill that boss. Now moving on to claws. So tomorrow I don't think I'll have enough time for Captain Blackbeard for today, but tomorrow I will be doing a video a tutorial on how to beat Captain Blackbeard tomorrow. So yeah, this guy, he's really easy, but though he could be hard at some point. So if you do beat so actually you have to actually beat all these people that I'm showing you how to beat. You have to beat all of them to beat the big guy, because that guy is actually stronger than all of these guys, and he has the hardest hit. And this guy, he don't spawn no minions or anything, so just a reminder. Alright. So this guy does have the frostbite sword. So yeah, and the weaknesses is not the top of the head, but it's kind of on top of the head. It's actually the whole head. His arm. So yeah, his arms, I think. Yeah, it has to be like his hand. It's his hands. So it's his head, hands, and I think it could be his whole body when he like does his 360. Or you have to be fast at it though. So it's just, oh actually no, I got that wrong. It's only his head and his hands. That's all you could hit. Actually no, his legs too. So yeah. Alright. I almost died. Ta-da! Alright. Well, that was easy. Alright, I'm actually gonna have time to beat Captain Blackbeard. If my controller turns off, my video might end in a random place. Alright. Boom, 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 Captain Blackbeard. Then boom. If you either have, if you have the two swords that I'm doing right now, which is you won't have this one, but if you do have this one, I would recommend using this on him, because it does do a lot of damage. So his weak spots are his head, his arms, his whole body. His whole body. Wait, actually, you have to try to poke him in the chest. Yeah, but though, it's actually not possible to hit him in the chest because he actually does dodge. That's for sure. And don't forget to light these every time when the octopus comes. That thing is annoying. You could also hit him in the legs, which don't do much. So the head does more than both. He's cornered now, huh? Oh, and yeah, you guys can. There is actually a glitch to get him stuck. So that glitch is to go up there. When he goes up there, take a shortcut, jump off of there. If you trick him and you go over here and he's still over there, he will try to follow you. He will get stuck in that area behind the pillar. Then you guys could just free hit him in the legs. But yeah, that does like a little bit of damage, and he will sometimes get smart and just go on the stairs. Well, guys, that's the tutorial for today. I hope you got. I hope you guys had a fantastic day, and I hope you guys actually got this tutorial as helpful. That way, your stressful swordsman life was stressful. Don't be stressed anymore, because I have showed you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss another video. I am touching fire. And don't forget, I'm picking 5 people to play duos, and I'm picking 5 of my subscribers to play Fortnite and Warzone. 3 games of duos for each person, and 5 or 4 games of plunder for each person. Alright, and I hope you guys had a fantastic day and a better time trying to beat all these bosses in one triangle day. Hope you guys had a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a fantastic day. And I won't be recording until 3:35 because I do have school tomorrow. And I hope you guys had a fantastic day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another Saints and Sinners or Beat Saber video. Okay, bye guys.